Welcome back to the final Siren. Now, this next guest, he shocked the GFL football world this week, and he's surprised the SA NFL world as well. James Allan, welcome to the final Siren. Can you tell us about this big move?
Yeah, I sort of came back here hoping to get some teaching work, and it sort of hasn't worked out the way I wanted, and was lucky enough to be offered a job back in Adelaide last week. So, yeah, heading back there probably in the new year.
I'm just going to assume now, because I'm a footy nut and I've been supporting you since you wore the number 37 for Geelong, you will continue your football in South Australia?
Yeah, definitely be playing football over there, but I haven't gone as far as sorting out what's going on just yet. It's all been about work for me at the moment, and probably just a lack of opportunities here, unfortunately, made me look back over there and was lucky enough to snag something. So now that the job's sorted, I'll sit down and work something out with footy in the next couple of weeks, hopefully.
Is there any sides that just pop up in your head that you might think about going over to South Australia? I know the new Adelaide Crows are in the SANFL, is that true?
I think it's Amateur League.
Amateur League, yeah. Well, is any sides that sort of come to mind that you might likely to play for?
I think I've spent 6 years playing at North Adelaide, and still got a lot of great mates there, and one of my best mates is a footy manager there, so we talk most weeks anyway, and as I said, it's more just I've got to weigh up whether I want to make that commitment to playing at state league level again, and in saying that, I don't really know anything else over there. I don't have a local club over there, and all my mates play footy at North, so we'll sit down and have a chat. But yeah, as I said, I'd weigh up whether that's something I want to do. But at this stage, yeah, haven't thought too much into it at all.
Regardless of whether you go or not, I know they've got the Robran end, the Farmer end, and at the Prospect Oval, I reckon they should already rename the stand the James Allan stand. But let's just quickly talk about your GFL this season. 15 games, and you named in the best for 13 of them. How did you think you went?
Look, it was reasonably consistent while I was playing. It was definitely different football from what I was used to, but I really enjoyed coming back, and I was under no illusions that it's a really good competition, and it's not easy to get a kick at all. But yeah, it was disappointing we went out the way we did, but I had a great time back here, and I've spoken to a lot of people since I made my decision to go back, and it wasn't a football-based decision at all. I would have been more than happy to stay playing at Lara and in the GFL, because I really did enjoy my time.
Absolutely. I reckon you would have been, having watched the GFL competition in 2013, the most tagged player. Who do you reckon was your toughest opponent throughout the year?
I had John Layden. I played 2 weeks in a row against Newtown, including the final, and I know John and get along pretty well with him. But he was it was a tough opponent. I think we probably shared the spoils there a little bit, but they beat us both times, so I suppose he got the wood on me. But yeah, most weeks it was never easy to get a kick at all. I think the quality of the competition is really, really good, and I think it's just going to get better and better.
Alex did mention 15 games this year, Jimmy. You did miss 3 with a knee injury, and I think when you went down, everyone sort of feared the worst. At the present time, and probably a day afterwards, were you fearing the worst as well?
I thought straight away that I'd definitely done an ACL, and that would have been it. I was on to the fact that my year was done, and it'd been another, I suppose, 12 months of rehab. But the way it turned out, I was going overseas anyway, and got a call from my doctor who just got my scans and said it was nowhere near as bad as first thought. So it was a massive bonus to only miss the weeks that I was going to be away for anyway.
Yep.
So most of the times when I've got injured, I haven't been really lucky. This time I think I definitely dodged the bullet and was wrapped that I only had to miss a month of footy.
Did you do any sort of fist in the air in celebration when you heard the good news?
Oh yeah, I was pretty excited. I was actually heading in to see the surgeon to work out when I could book him for surgery.
Oh really?
Done, and on my way in got the call, and I was pretty wrapped when I went in there, and he said it was just bone bruising, but then I came to the realisation I was going to get ribbed a fair bit from the boys for getting carried off on a stretcher for a bit of bruising. So it was a bit of a double-edged sword sort of thing.
Now you've been around the traps for a long time. You've played under a few good coaches. How did you find Kirsch?
Yeah, Kirsch was great. I think the best thing about Kirsch is just that he's a ripper bloke and he makes everything enjoyable and fun. And for me, coming back from the SANFL where everything's very structured and professional, it was still very professional at Lara, but there was a lot of time for fun, and it was the main thing is just enjoying each other's company, enjoying your football, and that's something I definitely did, and Kirsch played a big role in that.
Heading into the 2014 season, which one of your teammates do you reckon will probably not so much lift his game, but will be the one to watch, considering the start of this season, all eyes are on you and Streety in the blue and white. Who will be the ones to watch in 2014?
Oh, I think obviously Shaden Bloomfield. I know it's a bit silly saying that he's one to watch as opposed to if he went and kicked 95. I think he's going to get better. He could easily play at a higher level, I think, and he's probably the most exciting teammate I've ever played with. I think Mitch Day showed some really good signs this year as a key forward, and they take a while to find their feet, and I think he's going to get better and better, so he's going to prove a handful for a lot of defenders in the competition, I think, so he'd definitely be one that I'd be pretty excited as a Lara supporter to watch.
Well, on the final sign, we love our footy, not only in the Geelong area, but interstate. I don't know if you know, but we promoted the SANFL Grand Final with Jimmy Allan's North Adelaide versus Grant Tanner's Norwood. What did you find? Did you watch the match, and what did you think of it?
Yeah, I actually flew over on the Saturday night and went to the game and back to the club afterwards. I think Norwood showed why they only lost 3 games for the whole year. They were too strong, and North coming from 5th had to do some hard work, winning 3 finals in a row, so they were always facing an uphill battle. But yeah, I think in the end, Norwood's class just shone through, and it was 37,000 people there watching. It's a big day over there, and it was good seeing the boys out there. But Norwood were just too good.
It was the last game, I guess, official game at Amy Stadium at Football Park. Just tell us, you've been around up there in South Australia for many years. Tell us a bit about Football Park and I guess what it actually will mean next year for having high professional AFL footy and SANFL footy actually in the heart of Adelaide. Can you just tell us a little bit about those 2 stadiums?
Yeah, well, obviously it's a great stadium out at Amy Stadium, but it is out of town. It's probably 20 minutes out of town, which in Adelaide's a long way. Nothing's too far away in Adelaide. Whereas Adelaide Oval's right smack bang in the centre of town, plenty of transport, plenty of food places and stuff. There's a lot happening. I think the move to Adelaide Oval will be fantastic for football and for the city itself. I used to live just up the road from Adelaide Oval, so knowing what it's like around there, the whole town will be a buzz, and Adelaide Oval's a perfect place for sport. If you've ever been there and watched cricket, we used to play footy finals there as well.
Yep.
I think everyone's pretty excited about the move there, and no one will be too disappointed that we're moving away from Amy Stadium.
It's very interesting, the redevelopment. They've got 4 new statues. It's been the talk all over Adelaide radio of 4 legends being recognised. Surely a 3-time McGarry medalist. Did you think you were a sniff?
Oh, have to be, wouldn't I? No, not at all. I think those guys, the legends back in the day when the SANFL was as strong as the VFL, deserve to be recognised. Obviously, things have changed a fair bit. It is a second-tier comp, but it's pretty rich in history and tradition over there, and you hear all the great stories about the legends like Robert and Eben, all those guys, and for them to be recognised there, I think it'll be fantastic for them and for the footy community in Adelaide.
During summer, we're also looking at the Northern Territory League, and it's great to see one of your teammates, Falara and Jack Shanahan, representing Palmerston. They're playing right now, as a matter of fact. Did he discuss what it's like playing interstate footy with you prior to moving?
No, not too much, but I've always got along really well with Jack and knew him very well before I came back. He spent a bit of time up in Queensland when he was a bit younger and then moved back early, but I think, it'd be really good for him going up there. I think he's working up there and going up for a kick, and I guess he's coming back to play. I dare say he's coming back to play at Lara later on, but I think just getting away and why not do it while you're young and you can? I think it'd be a great experience for him, not just for his footy, but in life in general. So I'm sure he'll do well up there. I saw he's in the best in the first game, and as long as he's enjoying it up there, I think his footy will take care of itself.
Now, Jimmy, I know you used to be on the Geelong rookie list, and You've played, 3 Magarey medalists, and you had a great season in the GFL. If you had a sneaky good season in the SANFL, if you did play in that league next year, on the back of James Adley and all these sort of older players, any sort of grim hope of possibly having just another stint at the AFL level?
Oh, absolutely none at all, I don't think. No, I think that's well and truly passed me by. I think if it was ever going to happen, it would happen a few years ago. Well, if you got the chance, you definitely take it. It's always been a dream, but no, I've given up on that long ago, and now work's a bit more important than footy and all that sort of thing. So happy doing what I'm doing, whether that's playing locally or back over there. But that's all passed me by, and probably something I'll look back on and be a bit disappointed about that I never got the chance. But if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. So that's just the way it goes.
Oh, you've been fantastic though, Jimmy. It was great seeing you in the GFL this season. It's sad to see you go, but well done for your efforts in Lara and also in the GFL as well, mate. It's been a pleasure, and all the best of luck for next year.
Thank you very much. Cheers for having me.
Thanks, Jimmy. Max, I'll just mention, you know how much we pump up the Lee Matthews Trophy in the AFL?
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy's always recognised for his 3 Magarey medals. He's also won 6 Sherrimans in SANFL, which is the equivalent of the Lee Matthews Trophy. So it goes to show you, he's done it all. If I could have a career half as good as that, I'd be pretty happy with myself.
Absolutely fantastic. You're listening to the Final Siren here on 94.7 The Pulse.